CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
A few days back, I had done an episode on Mohanam, and one Rasika immediately wrote to me asking me to share the difference between a set of 5 ragas related to Mohanam. That is, he wanted to know what is the difference between Mohanam, Shivaranjani, Vasanti, Revagupti and Bhupala. Now, for those who are initiated into music, you would have understood what is the similarity between these 5, as to why did I club all these 5 only together. The first thing, of course, is that all the 5 are Audava ragas. Of course, there are many more Audava ragas. So why did we bring only these 5 together? Because of the fact that all these 5 ragas take the notes sa, ri, ga, pa, dha, sa. That is sari, ga, pa, da, sa, sa, da, pa, ga, ri, sa. Aronam is sari, ga, pa, da, sa, avaronam sa, da, pa, ga, ri, sa. So where is the difference then? Or rather, where does the difference lie in terms of these 5 ragas? Obviously, it is in the variety of note taken, that is a permutation combination of the variety of ga, ri, ga and dha that gives for this kind of a difference. Of course, you may then ask me that technically speaking, you can generate many more scales through this permutation combination. Yes, these are not the only possibilities. If you take Datri and all, then after that, you'll be able to see that you can generate many more scales. But today we are only going to talk about these 5 because of the fact that they are not just mere scales but also prevalent as ragas and very much alive through compositions. So we will take these 5 ragas now to see how just the change of one particular variety of note generates the next ragam. This is a very interesting thing. Mohanam, of course, all of us know, takes Sari ga pa da sa sa da pa ga ri sa. I'm not going to go into the technical names. I'll only give them numbers so that you understand the transition from one number to the other. So, sa ri, ri 2, ga, ga 3, pa da, da 2, sa, similarly back, sa da pa ga ri sa, sa ri ga pa ga ri ga, ga pa da sa da pa ga ri ga, ga da pa ga ri ga pa ga ri sa ri da, sa ri ga pa da sa ri ga pa ga ri sa da, ga ri sa da pa ga ri, ga pa da sa da pa da sa, pa da ga pa ri ga, sa ri da sa. Just one composition. Mohana Rama, Mohana Rama, Mohana Rama. Of course, in Mohanam there are hundreds of songs, and you must have heard many more familiar. Now let's move on to the next ragam, Shivaranjani. In Shivaranjani, what happens is that only that ga 3 of Mohanam will get replaced with ga 2. So it becomes like sa ri ga pa da sa sa da pa ga ri sa. So the only difference is that the ga 2 gets becomes a part of Shivaranjani, whereas in Mohanam it is ga 3. So sari ga pa ga ri sari da sari ga ga pa da sa da pa ga ri ga pa da sari ga ga ri sa da pa ga ri ga pa ga ri sari da sa. Kurayunrumillai மறைபூர்த்தி கண்ணா குறையொன்றுமில்லை கண்ணா குறையொன்றுமில்லை கோவிந்தா. Now let's look at the next ragam, Vasanti. which is I would say much more recent ragam, which is in which compositions have been composed much later only. And in this, what happens is that if you take the Mohanam, in the same Mohanam, we keep the Sari Gapa intact, only the Dhatu gets replaced with Dhavan. So it becomes like Sari Gapa Dha Sa Sa Dha Pa Ga Ri Sa Gapa Dha Pa Ga Ri Ga Ga Pa Dha Sa Dha Pa Ga Ri Ga Ga Da Pa Ga Ri Sa Ri Sa Ri Dha Sa Ri Ga Ga Da Pa Da Pa Ga Ri Ga Pa Da Sa Pa Da Sa Ri Ga Ga Ri Sa Dha Pa Ga Pa Da Sa Dha Pa Ga Ri Sa Neeraja Dala Nayana Hare Krishna Neeraja Dala Nayana Hare Krishna Nirupama Guna Nidhe Hare Krishna Neeraja Dala Nayana Hare Krishna. Now coming to the next ragam, which is Revagupti, where we see that here the same, if you take the Vasanti, in the Vasanti instead of that Re 2, we replace with Re 1. So it becomes like Sari Ga Pa Da Sa Sa Dha Pa Ga Re Sa Sari Ga Pa Ga Re Ga Ga Pa Dha Pa Ga Re Pa Ga Re Sa Sari Ga Pa Ga Re Ga Pa Dha Ga Pa Da Sa Dha Pa Sa Dha Pa Ga Re Sa Gopalaka Pahi Mam Anisham Tava Padaratamaye Gopalaka Pahi Mam Anisham Tava Padaratamaye Gopalaka Pahi Mam Anisham, where you saw this particular Revagupti. The next ragam is Bhupalam. Bhupalam, again from Revagupti, if we want to move there, we could say that in Revagupti, if we replace that Ga 3 with Ga 2, Sari Ga Pa Da Sa Sa Dha Pa Ga Re Sa Sari Ga Re Ga Pa Da Pa Ga Pa Da Pa Ga Re Sari Ga Re Ga Pa Ga Pa Da Sa Dha Pa Ga Re Sa. A beautiful composition of Dikshidhar. Sada Chaleshwaram Bhavaye Chamatkara Purageham Girija Moham Sada Chaleshwaram Bhavaye Chamatkara Purageyam Girija Moham Sada Chaleshwaram Bhavaye. That way we saw how interestingly with the same Sarigapadasa we were able to generate such beautiful 5 ragas. The Pancharatnam we could say here in terms of the Sarigapadasa, the notes itself are 5, and these set of 5 ragas actually are very beautiful, where just the transposition of one particular variety of the note generates another raga. This, of course, again is the beauty of our music, I would say, where these ragas are so fascinating, where even you could also see here that the change of one variety of note actually even it gives rise to a different color itself to the ragam. So that's why we say that the bhava of the ragam is very much related to the notes. And of course, as I always say, the compositions are our treasure because all these ragas come alive through the beautiful compositions of our great Vagekaras.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.